Well, Marie, the group came together to have a transparent conversation about what needs to change to reestablish trust with the police. And Witten is making it clear that when it comes to his time here in Vegas and with the Raiders, he plans on being more than just a figure on the football field.
I'm just here to listen. I'm here to do my part and make a difference.
NFL tight end Jason Witten, new to the Valley and already getting involved and taking a stance on issues impacting the community.
Absolutely. I think that Black Lives Matter, and I would communicate that to all of my following.
Amid worldwide protests against police brutality, Witten joined forces with Metro's Bolden Area Command, as well as other community members, to discuss what systemic changes can be made here at home.
We're trying to go forward. Maybe we need to blow some of this old stuff up and integrate some new stuff to where you can go forward properly.
The group addressed the death of George Floyd, how to bridge the gap between police and communities of color. Metro officers talked freely about the need for officers to de-escalate situations, the duty to intervene, and the training that their officers receive.
There is a lot of communication in this regard, like how does LVMPD need to move forward? Where are the areas that we can improve on?
Witten telling News 3 why he felt the need to be involved in this conversation.
I know from my life experience, some of my best friends and people that I respect the most, they had a much more challenging situation than I did. And big reason why was because of the color of their skin.
I totally believe in the athlete's ability to help lead conversation.
Tia Coward is a local activist. She was one of the youngest in attendance, and she says this was a good start. But she also called on Metro to create a committee made up of the younger generation.
I think that it's important to have this generation, the future generation, especially because we're going to raise our kids with the beliefs that we have, so we need to be present during all of these conversations.
That's right. The Wynn and the Resorts World might be the first resorts to connect to the convention center here behind me, which would give a whole new experience to guests. Construction for the convention center's new underground tunnel system is currently underway, and it's expected to transform transportation in Las Vegas.
It takes 20, 25, 30 minutes potentially to get from one spot to the other. If we have the ability to get people from one of their desired locations to the next inside of 5 minutes, that's going to be a game changer for this city.
Now the Wynn and Resorts World want in. Both resorts recently submitted land use permits to Clark County, hoping to connect with the underground system. In a statement, President of Resorts World Scott Sabella says, "This innovative transportation system is a perfect match for Resorts World Las Vegas as we design our resort to be at the forefront of progressive technology." The two newly proposed connectors will add separate routes transporting guests to and from the convention center in under 2 minutes. These stops would be in addition to the Convention Center Loop, which will take guests around the center and to its new West Hall expansion.
It's another great step in this progress.
LVCVA CEO Steve Hill says there's interest throughout the city.
It's more than two who want to do this. These are the first two. They make sense.
Hill says the system could even expand to McCarran International Airport and possibly to downtown Las Vegas.
It's exciting. It's fun. It's drawn a lot of attention to Las Vegas. We love being first in these innovative areas, and I think it'll be an attraction in and of itself for a while.
Yeah, we're out here at the Desert Breeze Community Center, Marie, and the last of the people who are out here outside in line, I can tell you, have now made it inside. But guess what? There's still about 100 or so people there who still need to pick up a ballot and then, of course, fill it out and then turn it in. How long have they been waiting in line? When some tell us they've been waiting 5 hours or more. This was supposed to be a Nevada primary unlike any other. Mail in your ballot or drop it off on Election Day. Simple, right? Do you like the process?
No, I don't like it. Yeah, I think it's better to vote personally.
Aside from maybe the ice cream man, there were very few who seemed to favor the new system.
I couldn't believe how many people were still in line. There's a line to pull in the parking lot.
The problem was the number of people who showed up without a ballot. Either they never received it in the mail, perhaps failed to register a new address, or maybe they lost it. Oh, they'd still have the opportunity to exercise their right. They'd just have to wait and wait. You think you got another hour to go or so? Or?
Well, they said it was about 4 hours from when we were back there, so we got another probably 3.
Once at the front of the line, they'd receive a printed ballot, and they'd be allowed time to fill out their selections. Quick and easy, it was not. And let's not forget why this process was chosen in the first place, to prevent close contact with crowds in this COVID era.
Kind of didn't work for me. I just moved, so I didn't get my ballot, so I'm here.
Voting is a privilege, but for some on this day in Nevada, it was also an annoyance. Unless, of course, you were selling popsicles by the caseload.
Jesse, thank you very much. Now, folks, as much as we may have thought that it was phony or a joke, old Dana White in the UFC's Fight Island is real. And today, Dana announced where it will be and how they'll use it. The island is in Abu Dhabi, with its first fight card being UFC 251, July 11th. Today on ESPN's First Take, Dana explains the amenities of his brand new Fight Island.
Abu Dhabi has actually created this safety zone on the island within 10 square miles on Yas Island will just be inhabited by us. And it'll include an arena, hotels, training facilities for the fighters that are private so that, the whole COVID-19 thing is covered, dining establishments, and yes, there is an octagon on the beach.
An octagon on the beach, very nice. Meanwhile, the UFC is holding fights at the UFC Apex here in Vegas for the 3rd straight week on Saturday. And for the 2nd straight week, the main event pairs 2 women. Jessica Ai going against Cynthia Cavillo in a flyweight showdown. And folks, the USL